SecurityInsider can scan your IBM Domino directories and databases as often as you'd like. One of the options that SecurityInsider has is to keep a record of all the changes that happen every time a scan is run. So, if a group adds or removes members, or access to a database changes between scans, SecurityInsider can log it. If I open the configuration document for this database, on the Notifications and Logging tab, there are two options for change tracking. You can log changes to an XML file, or you can save a backup of all the change documents, or you can do both. First, let's see what an XML file looks like. The Change Logs view has a list of all the XML files that have been created after changes were detected by a SecurityInsider scan. In the view, you can see the date and time of the scan when the changes were found, the name of the person or server that ran the scan, and the total number of changes. I'll open one of the documents. And let's take a look at the XML file that's attached to the log. For each document that changed, there's information about specifically what changed in all the data fields of that document. Here we see that the first change happened to a group. You can tell that by the form name, and it shows the name of the group and the node ID of the document. Then, for each field that changed in the document, it has the field name, a description of that field, and the items that were added or removed from the field. For the Mail Subgroups field in this group document, 3 new mail groups were added. For the Security Subgroups field, 5 new groups were added. For the Mail Members field, there were a lot of names that got removed. This could be because one of the subgroups changed, or because people were removed from this group directly. There are records like this for all of the group, database, or endpoint documents that changed. If we scroll all the way to the bottom, you can also see that a new endpoint document was created as a result of this scan. There aren't details about this document other than the fact it was created. We don't reproduce the entire document in XML, but you can simply open that endpoint document yourself to see what it contains. Next, let's see what the change backup documents look like. There are 2 views for the backups, by date and by name. The by date view categorizes everything by the date of the scan and the type of document that was changed. So you can see that on November 21st, 2 groups and 13 endpoints changed. On October 12th, 35 endpoints changed, and so on. If I expand the endpoints category for September, you'll see that SecurityInsider not only records changes to documents, it records deletions too. This way, if a user or group or database gets deleted, you can still keep a copy of what that document looked like before it disappeared. Sometimes you'd rather see all the changes for a specific user, group, or database. If you look at the Change Backups by Name view, that's what it shows. You can find the name you're looking for and expand it to see all the change documents for that name. I'll expand the record for Amelia Admin, and we can see that her endpoint document changed in September, October, and November. I'll open the document for November. This is an exact copy of the document as it existed before it changed. In other words, this is a list of databases and groups that Amelia had access to before a change was made. If I expand the changelog section of this document, you see a list of all the fields that got changed. The old value is the field value on this document, and the new value is what the field got changed to. In this example, the group fields changed. She used to have mail and security access from the database administrators group, and now she has security-only access. Since she's a direct member of that group, that means the group itself changed from a multi-purpose group to a security-only group. For another example, if we look at Amelia's change backup from October, we can see that she gained access to a new database. She got editor access via the circular group and nested group 1 entries in the ACL. She doesn't have any roles, and she can create and delete documents. Depending on what you're trying to do, sometimes it's easier to look at the change backup documents directly, and sometimes it makes sense to process the XML files so you can analyze or store the data outside of the SecurityInsider database. Either way, SecurityInsider lets you track the access changes that are important to you.